All right, everybody, welcome to the Filthy Kitchen. I've just shoveled the driveway. It is now 3:22 in the a.m. Sunday morning. I'm sweating here. That was a lot of work. I'm going to prep. Some of you people have been following my bacon baking. Look, here's tip one. When you get your tin foil, push in the sides. There's little flaps there, hold it in place. For decades, people didn't know about that. Now it's all over the internet in hacks and whatnot, but it allows you to do this. When you pull out the foil, you know, whatever. So look, I'm just going to measure the tray here, roughly. This is the tray I'm going to use for the bacon. And then here's how you tear, a little gentle. A lot of people have trouble tearing tin foil. Takes a little bit of practice. Aluminium foil for those of you in the British Empire, and aluminum foil for those of us more influenced by the American pronunciation. Aluminium, same thing, of course. Now, this is a little long. It's quite a bit longer than my pan, but that's fine. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a little dish. I'm going to make a little tin foil dish pan cover. I just run my finger down, see? Run my finger down, put a crease in the tin foil. Those of you who enjoy the Karate Kid universe and, you know, Cobra Kai, of course, being the modern version of the Karate Kid universe. Putting a crease in your pan, that's a different type of crease, not a John crease. Anyway, that took a lot of setup to get to that dad joke about John Crease and crease in the tinfoil, but I believe the payoff was worth it, because I'm sure many of you are busting a gut laughing, your ribs are hurting, you're rolling around on the floor. The John crease in the aluminum foil joke is a hit most of the time. If you don't think that joke is funny, I don't want to shame you, but let's think of the Emperor's New Clothes scenario where, you know, the emperor is strutting around buck naked. Everybody's like, oh, look, wonderful suit of clothes. Everybody loves it. But of course, the truth sayer, who is not allowed in modern societies, you got to destroy the truth teller. You know, oh, she's beautiful. Yes, she's 612 pounds, but beauty at any size. And look how healthy she is. She has the heart of an 85-year-old, and she's only 23, but you can't age shame anybody. 85-year-olds are just as beautiful, and, you know, of course they can have babies. What are you talking about? It's only a woman. We're not talking about a mayfly here. Mayflies live one day and they die, but 85-year-old women, let's get them. Ooh, look. Here we go! My little friend, he, in theory, helped me shovel the driveway, but in reality, he just was a bit of a pest. And then he got cold and sooky and demanded to come in the house. But that's what little dogs do. He's, he may be genetically a wolf, but he's as far from a wolf as you can possibly see. This guy won't even chew rawhide. He doesn't know what to do with it. He looks at the rawhide and goes, I'd rather chew a plastic cup. Because he doesn't know. Anyway, one thing he does know is he likes bacon, but he doesn't know where it comes from. He has no concept of hunting, and if he saw a pig, he would think it was a dog and want to play with it. But of course, he thinks, like most people these days, that bacon comes pre-wrapped in the supermarket. And, you know, all that jazz. Anyway, I don't know, that was a bit of a ramble. I don't really remember what I'm talking about here at the moment. I'm brought to life by two things. One, the caffeine in the coffee finally kicked in and woke me up. And two, I got some blood flow going, got some oxygen from the shoveling. So if you're in a low mood, as you can see, if you watch my previous video and this video, there's a very dramatic change in mood. Yeah, I'm not bipolar or anything, although some people would try to use that against me. Oh, he's got some sort of mental problems. he must be bipolar. He was sad a minute ago and now he's happy. Well, you know what? That's what exercise and caffeine does for you. When you're falling asleep and you don't have any energy and you're facing all kinds of troubles, well, what can you do? Well, one thing you can do, no matter how down in the dumps or depressed you may be, you can always work on your breathing. The problem with this idea, and some people may want to say this in the comments, is that, yeah, but you know, when you're depressed, you don't care, and if you don't care, you're not going to do it. Yes, there's truth to that. If you gave up hope and you just don't care, you're going to eat junk, you're going to not bother doing things, you're not going to exercise, you're not going to work on your breathing, you're probably not going to drink water, you're probably going to go for a lot of comfort food and stuff like that. Which brings me to another point. Another reason why I was so sluggish is I had this terrible sweet tooth hankering for junk yesterday, and I went to the dollar store and I bought some candy and stuff and I ate that, and you know, I probably should have exercised instead, but all that junk food kind of put me into a sugar coma and made me feel like garbage, and that affected my mood as well. I'd love to cut out sugar. I did cut out sugar once, and it made a dramatic change in my life, but sugar is the hardest addiction to break. I mean, sugar, humans and animals, calories, accumulation of calories is ingrained in us. You know, most of us came from starvation. If you go back thousands, hundreds of thousands of years ago, millions of years ago, it's always been, you know, the brink of starvation, long periods of hunger and whatnot. So calories and, you know, empty calories and sugar, we are programmed to go for that. The only thing probably, well, when we talk about sugar, we're talking about, you know, disaccharide of sucrose and fructose. Generally speaking, that's what most of our sugar is, or disaccharide, sucrose. But now, of course, with what may be even more addictive are some of these Franken sugars, like, you know, what is it? That high fructose corn syrup, things like that. They probably came up with other sugars that are so unbelievably addictive you can't do anything about it. I remember Joe Rogan was recently talking in his podcast about how, you know, if he gets a bag of Sour Patch Kids, he just can't stop eating them. He'll eat the whole bag. Well, I do the same thing. Of course we all do, because that's what this sugar is designed to do, make you a food addict. And I'm guilty of that. If I have any vices in this life, it is food addiction, calories, things like that. And I mean, when I used to work out 3 hours a day, that was never a problem. But now, you know, at my current age, it's a big problem. I don't burn calories as efficiently. I can't work out like I used to. I don't have the muscle mass that eats the calories. It's hard to recover after working out. I'm easier to injure. So yeah, once you get older, you have to curb your eating. You know, I've lost at least 30 pounds of pure muscle mass. I'm just as fat as I've ever been. I'm probably among the time of the fattest I've been in my life. Granted, I've lost fat over the past year, which you can see if you look at my earlier videos. But I've never had this much fat. I've always been an extremely muscular guy from working out from the early age. But anyway, it's a bit of a digression. Whew! Blast of heat. So, yeah, the point is, sugar is super addictive. Rats, given the choice of cocaine or sugar, I believe it's been proved, go for the sugar, unless they are highly traumatized. Even then, they probably still go for the sugar. I'm not sure. I haven't read the studies myself, and it's been a long time since I've done any psychology courses. But anyway, that's it. Sugar, procrastination is bad, but I think, you know, that goes with the sugar addictions. Makes you sluggish, things like that, lowers your mood. whatnot. This guy's sniffing my leg. Why are you sniffing my leg, boy? Anyway, so that's how you prep. That's how you prep. You get your thing, you put some John Creases in there. Get it? John Crease. Sweep the leg. I should sweep the floor. Maybe I'll sweep the dog. Anyway, this video is getting kind of long. I'll probably put up another one when I cook the food. But anyway, remember, who loves your baby? This guy. And also remember, you're somebody's favorite person in this world. Probably mine. So till next time, love you. Let's try to stay positive. Let's try to endure hardship with dignity. And we'll work on our patience. Anyway, love you. Goodbye. And talk soon.